Welcome back to another episode of Raynor Shine Sales TV. It's Matt Raynor. And today I'm going to talk about something a little different. Usually I write out a whole script and I try and commit it to memory, and I do typically a pretty shitty job of that, and I'm constantly having to look at my notes. But today I'm about to head out to Orlando this afternoon for a sales conference the next 2 days. And the last time I went to a sales conference, I learned something that really stuck with me that I have built into my prospecting sales process. And it's a saying that I repeat to myself, 3, 4, 5 times a week. I find myself saying it, whether it's in person with a prospect, or it's about to get on a phone with somebody, or pick up the phone and make a cold call. I'm constantly repeating it. Before we get into it, I want to thank you again for joining us for another episode of Raynor Shine Sales TV. You know, this station is really built for sales leaders and professionals, marketing professionals, business leaders and entrepreneurs to provide tips, strategies, and the latest challenges, discussing actionable strategies to overcome those challenges that we're facing each and every day. So let's get into it. The saying that I learned at the last sales conference I attended was all about changing the I can't and replacing it with how can I. And the speaker, his name is John Guyton. I recommend you check him out. I believe his website is johnguyton, GUYDON.com. He spoke all about how there is this voice in your head. And as a sales professional, or as a marketing professional, business development, account manager, business leader, entrepreneur, it's constantly telling us, it's kind of a prick, right? That voice, constantly telling us, you can't do this, it's not possible, I can't, right? That's what we're hearing. Whether it's right before you pick up the call to make a cold call, whether it's you're at a trade show and you see the prospect you've been trying to get in front of for months or years, and you think, I can't just go right up to that person and introduce myself and talk to them. Replace it with how can I, right? How can I make this work? What can I say that will resonate with this person that's going to lead to a better conversation? And when you do that, that fear or that little voice in your head, that asshole that's telling you you can't do this, kind of goes away. And you're left with a sense of responsibility, with a sense of self-respect and pride maybe, that, hey, I can do this, right? This person needs me. Ultimately, I'm going to show them how they need me, how they need my product or my service. And so I tell that to myself quite often, right? That little voice will come into my head at various points in my day and in my week and my month and my quarters and my years, telling me I cannot do something or I cannot achieve something. And I put it on its head, right? I tell it to kindly be quiet, and I put it on its head and I think, how can I? How can I accomplish this task? How can I get in front of that decision maker? How can I close this deal? How can I make my employees around me happier? How can I instill in them a great work ethic, but also provide them with a future, whether it's still working with me or after they're done working with me, whatever it might be? How can I create a better life for them? How can I create a better life for my family, right? There's constant pressures in our day that are pushing us down, that are making us think, I can't do this, I can't accomplish this task. But the truth is, we all can. We are all equipped with the same skills to overcome challenges, and it's just a matter of telling yourself, I don't want to listen to that voice that says I can't, and replace it with how can I. So I hope this is helpful. I hope it's meaningful, and maybe can change your approach as to when you find yourself in that situation where you're facing a little adversity. You can come up with a little better strategy to handle that adversity. I can't promise you the adversity is going to stop. It will never stop, no matter what your career or role is or where you are along your career journey. But there are tips and strategies to push through it, and I find that this is one of them. So we'll see you here tomorrow for another episode of Raynor Shine Sales TV, live in Orlando at that sales conference that I'll be at, and we'll see you then. Take care.